outbreak.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good start to their week. So far, Monday, I can't complain for a Monday, y'all. Sitting here doing a reaction with y'all. Got a nice raspberry, cranberry, sparkling water. We're gonna sit back and we're gonna enjoy this reaction. I ain't gonna talk your guys' ear off. Let's get into the reaction.
Yeah, aliens in this room right now.
For real?
Yeah, you're not of this world, bro.
Me?
You're the alien.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
That they wanted to build a giant artificial system, and Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity, with billions of people wired into it with the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as we know, and a true 2.0 in a very bad way, hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, delivering it to us, not some PKD wirehead system where we plug in and give up on consciousness because of unlimited pleasure, but because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it, by giving over our consciousness to the system, our daily decisions, that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system. There's now a human counterstrike taking place to shut this off before it gets fully into place, and to block these systems, and to try to have an actual debate about where humanity goes, and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are in control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
AI? How'd the pedophile?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow, that's
Just
pretty
so we're
spot
clear,
on.
I'm a fiscal conservative and I am a social liberal, unapologetic about it. What does that have to do with y'all not telling the truth? See, at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is. Trump is handing it to y'all. All you Democrats out there are walking around acting like it's somebody else's fault that in the year 2024, you're begging a soon-to-be 82-year-old incumbent to run for re-election and win for you because you haven't had a damn soul that can take them. 4 indictments, 91 counts, 2 impeachments, civil suits against them, elevating above $400 million. And he is whipping y'all ass. That is a fact.
Should Americans be required to have ID to vote? Chris, yes or no?
No. And I'll tell you why.
Wow.
I said,
And that is why Trump is whooping the Democrats' ass, right? Because that's what they're about.
Where are the aliens? You said which ones?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure there's several thousands out in the desert near Tombstone, Arizona, called Fort Huachuca, Army Intelligence Headquarters. I've been out there. I've known a couple of the heads of Army Intelligence, and there's a dome out there, deep underground military base, that has 9 ET craft and autopsy bodies. I knew guys who worked in that facility. 9 different craft, and they're from different civilizations. So, you know, there are all these stereotypes of this. You know, it's like the big bug-eyed thing. But that's not what it is. That's just all the caricatures that, you know,
Media
idiots put out. Media, you know, the mass media put out to sort of ridicule it.
The Bengals. You remember the game where you got hit and everybody seen that clip. It's uncomfortable to watch that clip. It's not easy for me to. I watched it earlier today.
Vontez Burfict.
Yeah, we can't forget
but
that.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys pick a point in the career that you guys think you could focus on a target or try to say that I'm. So you trying to say I'm diagnosed with CTE from a hit? Like I don't.
People are saying that.
No,
I know. So I'm saying. So people are saying I have CTE. But this is the same thing that killing players. We have players that recently just died from this issue. You know what I'm saying? That's what I just told you before we started.
Sure.
The same thing I walked off the field for that I didn't want to get, CTE. It's the same thing they put on me to say I got CTE to crazy. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying so the criticism,
you feel me?
the criticism you're saying is that
Criticism
people
come with achievement. I don't mind criticism.
Sure.
What I do, I got the highest criticism. I'm a football player. When you finish the game, commentators talk about it, families talk about it, they go home and watch it. It's on everyone. They gamble on it. They play. It's the biggest in the world. It's on every day of the TV, right?
But just to be fair, you're saying you're the same person you were before that hit and after the hit. So you didn't feel any differences.
No, that's what I'm telling you, sir. I just played football and won a Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. You guys get uncomfortable because you don't understand or you try to marginalize. Then you try to take me back to a moment that you think got me acting this way. Like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Marginalize.
Yeah, you just picked. I got so many big moments in my career. I won the Super Bowl.
Right.
The best player that you guys call the GOAT called me to come help him win the Super Bowl.
Sure.
I'm the #1 receiver in the Steelers history.
Yeah, we know that.
No, you don't know that because if you know that,
I just
why
said
would
you were a
take me
7-time
back?
Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but that don't matter, sir. That's just the stats you read on Google.
But you just said yourself you're the best receiver that Brady called you. You're going back to football.
Yeah, because you just went back to a moment in my football career that you said it got a hit.
No,
I brought up CTE. So your point was I got hit in the point and maybe I got it.
Well, because
it's players that's died that got it, and you taking me to the point that actually do I got an issue that kill people when the league kill people?
Because when you pull up this,
it's your fault. It's your fault, guys, that banks are collapsing. Did you know that? It's your fault that you want your own money out of your own banks. You're the problem, according to the criminal bankers and politicians running this clown show. Those are the words basically coming out of the mouths of the CEO of Credit Suisse, which just collapsed. It's the big bank. It's losing billions in deposits for its clients. And by the way, we should point out, Credit Suisse has been on the decline for like a decade now. So the trajectory for Credit Suisse has been there, but they want to blame you. Asked by a reporter yesterday, hey, what caused this collapse? The CEO of Credit Suisse had the balls to blame social media and Twitter and people who are worried about their money, because of a collapse. So it's your fault. It's Twitter's fault. It's people talking.
Outbreak. But there's probably never been a cover-up in the history of all politics that was so completely documented that they were lying to us. They are doing gain-of-function research. He describes the project, but the project he described is the project he funded. So everything he's been telling us from the very beginning has been a lie. We've documented that it's a lie, and it's a felony to lie to Congress. And so I've referred him not once, but now twice to the Attorney General of the United States for prosecution.
These are the people charging homeless and disabled veterans rent on deed-restricted land to be nothing but a home. These are the people who make millions of dollars on every ribbon cutting, according to Concourse Federal.
Hey, calm down, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not backing up.
I'm not good.
Well, I'm here.
You in my space, bro.
I'm not in your space. Talk to the cop. These are the people making money off homeless, disabled veterans, charging veterans rent on deed-restricted land, federal land to house homeless and disabled veterans. But why are veterans paying rent? Why are veterans' rent being increased double? How do you charge homeless and disabled veterans rent on land that's deed-restricted for them? Century Housing, U.S. Vets, Thomas Saffron is making millions of dollars on housing homeless and disabled veterans. Stop charging veterans rent.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. You in my ear?
You
back
can
the fuck
tell me
up off
whatever
me,
you
dog.
want.
Back up off me.
I ain't moving.
Get back off me.
I'm not moving.
I'm
I
gonna
said.
move you if I have to.
People are annoying.
You'll do whatever he has to do.
Saying?
You do whatever
You're
you
my
have to
fucking
do,
ear.
Calvet.
Get out of my ear.
You do whatever you have
Get
to
out
do,
of my
Devin
ear.
Young.
Get out of my ear.
I'm good.
Okay.
These are the people charging homeless, disabled veterans rent, using their disability income as rent. Why are you charging homeless, disabled veterans rent on land donated to be nothing but a home?
Facts. I ain't never heard. Whitney was going to order an audit on her publishing, her royalties, her masters. And there's somebody who couldn't afford that to happen. And that's why Whitney not here. And isn't it ironic that Whitney Houston dies the same way that Jimi Hendrix dies? In a tub in a hotel, allegedly from drugs. And we know why Jimi Hendrix was murdered, the greatest guitarist of all time, because Jimi Hendrix wanted to finance the Black Panther Party, but he didn't know that his agent, his manager, was an MI6 British intelligence agent. What? Damn. Damn.
Deep.
Have him mapped out. And Prince was murdered because Prince didn't want to sell his unpublished music to Warner Brothers. And Michael Jackson was murdered because he didn't want to sell the Beatles catalog back to Sony Records. What you want to ask for? And R. Kelly went to jail because Sony Records wanted his catalog. R. Kelly is not in jail for pedophilia, although that's wrong and he should be if he's guilty. But that ain't why he did.
I was gonna say.
Folks Ben knew he was doing what he was doing. R. Kelly didn't go to jail till R. Kelly started questioning control of his masters. Bill Cosby goes to jail because the second largest oil company in the world wanted to drill under his home in Massachusetts and he wouldn't let them. And the reason they brought up the lawsuit with the ugly old white women is to financially bankrupt Bill Cosby, so he got to sell the house and the oil company gets the oil. So
he went.
Now, I agree with the R. Kelly thing, right? Now, I don't know about the Masters and all that, but we've all known about R. Kelly. I've even known. There's a video of him peeing on a little girl, right? Since the 90s, early 2000s. So, the blackmail, right? The Epstein, the P. Diddy, right? P. Diddy beat the hell out of Cassie. What was that? In 2008? Something like that? I don't remember. It was early 2000s, mid 2000s. He beat the hell out of her and they held on to that until it was his time, right?
With Alex to Bohemian Grove, and they filmed these rituals. These people dressed like druids, and they're burning this effigy in front of a giant owl statue.
I was at the owl statue. This is fucking hilarious. So I'm there on day one, right? And we're drinking beers. Like, it's pretty laid back. There's some really cool talks. I remember this dude talking about shooting asteroids out that might hit the Earth in so many years, shit like that. I'm like, fuck, this is cool. But the first day, it was the first evening, and you gather around whatever, the owl by this lake, if I remember correctly, which could be a little hazy. It was a long time ago. And like, I've heard about this place. I'm like, this is some real secret ass shit, man. I can't believe I'm fucking here, right? And it's just a trove of celebrities, fucking everywhere you turn. It's just fucking A. So you go there, and I'm like thinking we're gonna hear some shit, right? They're about to introduce the first speaker, and I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be some shit. And they're like, and no offense against this guy, we consider him friendly. We have very good mutual friends, but they're like, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Danza. And I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, man. Who's the fucking boss? Tell them bitches. Which you would have just gone up there and been like, who's the boss, bitch?
That's hilarious.
I was like, no fucking way, man. I was like, we came all the way to this secret ass shit. And I love Tony. Fucking love him. But I'm like, come on.
Russian.
I'm not really a fan of Kid Rock, right? He changed up his whole image and 100% changed. You were at the Bohemian Grove because you were invited. God knows what you did to get there. And now you're trying to flip it and act all right-wing now and fuck out of here.
President Vladimir Putin warned Western leaders on Tuesday of serious consequences if Western countries allowed Ukraine to use their weapons to strike Russia. Speaking in Uzbekistan, Putin's comments came in response to growing calls within some NATO member states to allow Ukraine to hit targets inside Russian territory. He stated, this constant escalation could lead to serious consequences. In Europe, especially in small countries, they should be aware of what they're playing with. Leaders should bear in mind the small territory and dense population of many European countries, and this factor for which they should keep in mind before they talk about striking deep into Russian territory is a serious thing. What are your thoughts about this? Like the video if you enjoy our news and follow us for more.
Exhibits at a party at Puff Daddy's house. They all leave together. Puff Daddy, Exhibit, and his entourage, and they go to a club to celebrate.
What are they celebrating?
They didn't specify. But when they arrived at this club, it was private, and they were having fun partying. Of course, and next thing you know it, they go to this different part of the club, and an exhibit said there was only men, and they were all naked having sex. Yes,
he didn't say that.
Yes, he said
he didn't say that.
He said they were having sex with each other. All of these men? And Puff Daddy was there participating.
So he called it out.
And Exhibit left. He got freaked out, and he booked it. He's like, I'm out of here.
Wait, so Exhibit went and witnessed this.
This is real. You can look up the interview.
And he exposed.
Look at this guy. The hell?
Was everybody?
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh wow.
You've
Well,
you've been talking about these weird parties for like months now, and everyone thinks you're lying, Richie.
No,
And now maybe they might believe
No,
it
I
now
don't
that
think so.
Exhibit's saying and speaking of. Jamie Foxx spoke
Well,
up
they don't
recently.
believe because I'm a clown. They don't think that I used to hang out with celebrities. I used to hang out with celebrities all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and I got pictures of
immigrants coming at the borders, not the Rasa.
Right.
They're all Asian.
And I'm
It's-
glad
but
you
they're
said
from the
that.
Sudan. Like they're from different countries, homie, and these are all men, military-aged men. They're not. There ain't no women and children at the border. There's a gang of men that are my kids' age. I
sure
tell my
there's
kids all
some.
the time, "Hey, mijo, look at all these vatos that are coming right here. They're all coming right here. A gang of them. They're getting ready for something."
Now, let me ask you this. Well, it's not a question. I'm glad you brought that up because whenever we say the border, whenever we say immigrants, everybody's ignorance always thinks to, why are you talking about Mexican? Why are you talking about raza?
Yeah.
And it's not true, bro. Everybody's coming in.
Yeah,
Everybody.
It's the stupidest thing too for them to say, you know, the majority of people that come over here or across the border is raza. No, it's fucking not. It never has been. You think the raza down there is fucking really trying to come to America for a better way of life? No, they only come over here because the currency is way higher. That's it, and to help the families down there. That's it.
Yeah.
The currency. That's it. If not, you think they're gonna want to cross the border to come over here to this fucking bullshit over here?
Right.
The fake ass food, all that. They
Fake-ass
got
women.
farmland over there. You know what I mean? They got land. They grow real food over there.
In D.C. And the American
It's
people
true.
do have other concerns that we ought to be thinking about and talking about.
Respectfully,
And
Madam
so,
Secretary, I think
well,
the-
let me finish now, Sonny. I also know that as a government and as a country, we've got to be concerned about the things that are making life hard for Americans and hard for American families. First of all, parents ought to be involved in their children's
Yes, they should.
education. Their children are in school 7 hours. That's a very formative period. And I think parents ought to have a say. We used to have parent-teacher conferences. We used to have PTAs. There are lots of ways for parents to be involved, and they should be. My parents never thought I was going to grow up in a world without prejudice, but they also told me that's somebody else's problem, not yours. You're going to overcome it, and you are going to be anything you want to be. And that's the message that I think we ought to be sending to kids. One of the worries that I have about the way that we're talking about race is that it either seems so big that somehow white people now have to feel guilty for everything that happened in the past. I don't think that's very productive. Or black people have to feel disempowered by race. I would like black kids to be completely empowered, to know that they are beautiful in their blackness. But in order to do that, I don't have to make white kids feel bad for being white. It goes back to how we teach the history.
That's what I'm saying.
We teach the good and we teach the bad of
Yes.
history.
Yep, that's
But
right.
what we don't do is make 7 and 10-year-olds feel that they are somehow bad people because of the color of their skin. We've been through that.
Yeah. Yes.
And we don't need to do that again.
What they're doing in school? Look at this guy. Sucking them into the current. Dodged a bullet.
What the? Oh my God.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I'm ramming into that if I'm seeing it coming my way. I'm coming up.
See, and this is why they're. Always remember this. You may be a big celebrity. You may be a huge name in the entertainment world. You may be one of the biggest sports stars in the world, but you know why? That doesn't mean you're moral, doesn't mean you're smart, doesn't mean you're a good person. All that means is that you are a slave to this. You're a slave to vanity. You're a slave to the dictatorship to keep you on top of that mountain. That is evil. It is dark. It's creepy. It's soulless. Soulless.
All right, fam, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed today's reaction. I feel like I got some good clips today. Yesterday's clips, I don't know why I was having trouble. It was an off day. I was having trouble finding good clips. Today, it went nice and smooth, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm out of here. I'm out of here until Wednesday. I'll see you guys then. Hope everyone has a good Monday, good Tuesday, and I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. Hit that like, subscribe. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. See you guys later. Peace.